Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. We continue our collaboration with the Art Society of Trinidad and Tobago with some incredible art on set. And joining us this morning is artist Bruce Charles. Good morning, Bruce, and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and definitely bringing some beautiful color to our set this morning.
Thank you.
Very engaging and helped to wake us up. But before we get into the art, let's speak a little bit about your journey. Something I would have noticed from just taking a look at your socials and your bio is that you did some self-study along with fine art training. So how did you get there?
Well, the fine art training, I did that when I was in like secondary school and stuff like that, and I touched briefly in university, and the self-reflection come after that, further in depth to fine-tune my art technique and style.
And how long have you been how long have you been an artist? When did your journey start?
Since my art journey started since I was small, but I consider myself, I think I reached professional status in 2022, and I had my first exhibition in 2007, and I continue exhibiting up to this day.
Excellent. And so let's talk about your preferred media as well, because I've seen that you do what looks to be some sort of maybe like pencil work, sketching, along with acrylics.
Yeah, so I do pencil work, acrylics, and also ink work. So yeah, so I do traditional homes in ink work and pencil work for portraiture and more sceneryscapes in painting. So I try to stretch the different mediums. I'd like to stick with one medium.
Is there one that you prefer over the other, or is it just a balanced love for all?
It's a balanced love for all. I started off with pencil work, but then with paints and inks, I love them both equally, as you can see.
Wonderful. Now, one of the things that I've also seen with your work, and we see it displayed here as well, is that there's this beautiful depiction of Trinidad and Tobago. How important is it for you to represent Trinidad in your artwork?
I like to represent Trinidad in all my artwork because I find Trinidad and Tobago have so much of culture, beautiful scenery, and everything that our artists can get inspired from. So my work depict most of our culture and our scenery, our animals, flora, fauna. So I try to depict that in my artwork. And it's a wide range of possibilities that Trinidad have to offer for artists when it comes to painting and drawing.
And how do you get to that space of painting? Because we see some of the artwork on set we'll look at a bit, well, in a few moments. It looks as though it would have been taken from a live setting or perhaps from a photo. Which do you use?
Well, I just go in many beautiful scenes because Trinidad have plenty of beautiful scenes. So I just go with my camera because I'm an amateur photographer, and I just take out my pictures, and that's my source material for my paintings. And then the other paintings just come from imaginative, but most of my scenery come from when I go in the field and take out pictures.
Well, let's start with the first painting that sits behind me, which I'm assuming probably came from imaginative areas as well. This is Gene and Dinah.
Yeah, Gene and
Can you
Dinah.
tell us a little bit about it?
So Gene and Dinah was based on the song from the Mighty Sparrow. So I use a depiction of, I try to make it carnival-like and depict some of the attributes in the song within the painting itself. So if a person sings the song, as a two-piece combo, so if a person sings the song, they will see attributes of the song within the painting. So I try to immortalize the Mighty Sparrow song within that painting.
And one of the things that's also quite beautiful about this painting, which viewers you'll see in a few moments, is the sunshine.
Yes.
And where did that inspiration come from particularly?
Well, the sunshine have a steel pan built within it, and it have song notes. So try to show that it's a musical theme and still try to bring attributes of Trinidad and the local culture within it. Yeah.
And a beautiful artwork as well with the shading and the shadows when we look at the outfits in this piece as well. What mediums did you use to create this?
Well, this is acrylics, and with the outfits of the women have on, I try to depict a kind of Jamet-like setting based on the song. So I try to put in that, infuse that within it.
And we see that, and we also see on set here our national bird, the scarlet ibis.
Yes.
Give us some details about this painting.
So that was inspired from visits to the Caroni Bird Sanctuary. So I did multiple pieces of the scarlet ibis and scarlet ibis flying. So I find it's a beautiful bird, and it's a vibrant bird to paint with rich color and stuff. So I challenged myself to paint that bird. I love plenty birds. So this is one of the bird depictions I did.
And
so far.
so, and the name of this, of course, is Solitary Ibis as well. And we've seen as well, when we get to your work, some more work, that you definitely do paint a lot of birds, the banana keys as well, particularly.
Yes.
Let's go on to the next piece that we have on set with us. This is Restful Reflections in Shagaramas. This is where you would have used a photo, correct?
Yes, yes. Because I do plenty side visits. So this is a scene that, at one of those days, I just park along the causeway right there along Shagaramas, take out this picture. It was a beautiful day, and I use it as a source material to paint this painting.
And the mediums that you used for this painting would have
This
been
was
what?
acrylic as well.
And how long does it take for you to do a painting like this? Because the intricacy is mind-blowing.
Yeah, so sometimes according to the depth and the details, sometimes it might take a month to a month and a half, or sometimes even take longer, according to the time availability and stuff like that. Yeah.
And continuing with, of course, the musical journey through artwork, our next piece here, Rosita and Clementina.
Yes.
How long did this piece take to do?
Well, this is a two-part series, joined with Gina and Dinah, and it take, I think, maybe 2 to 3 months to get these two pieces together to represent that. The image, as you see the person in the background, he have the image of Sparrow, if you notice, people custom seeing the same way and stuff. Yeah, so I try to incorporate him in the thing without putting his facial features, but just by people watching his look and his clothing, they'll get a sense of Sparrow.
And is that a record that we're seeing in the bottom left-hand corner?
Yes, to try to bring it back to show that it came from a song, that the painter's inspired song. Just have a record at the bottom that infused with the next record to the next piece.
Okay, so I have to ask, I mean, it's inspired by the song. So were you playing the song in the background while you were painting?
I listened to the song several times, and then I drew inspiration with it, and I did several sketch, and then I painted the final piece. But yes, I did listen to the song several times.
So, Bruce, we've seen your depictions of Trinidad and Tobago and the fact that it is important to you to represent our country in your artwork. But what about art? Why would you say art matters to you? I mean, you've been doing it for decades. What draws it to you particularly?
Well, to me, it's a pleasure knowing that I could, whatever I think in my mind, I could do it with my hands. So, and it's a great hobby. I enjoy it. It's very relaxing. And to know that I could visualize or think about something and draw it and put it on a paper or canvas is a great experience. It's a great feeling when it's finished.
And you're definitely bringing, of course, that wonderful experience to us as well. Well, thank you so much for loaning us your artwork. We will be enjoying it for the week. Before we close our conversation, where can we get in contact with you?
Well, I have a Facebook page at Bruce Charles-Artist as well. That's the only medium I have so far.
Okay.
That's the only social media I have so far.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure, and enjoy the rest of your week.
I'm very welcomed.
Bruce Charles with us this morning as we continue our collaboration with the Art Society of Trinidad and Tobago. You can enjoy the incredible artwork all week, and stay tuned because coming up after the break, we're going to continue to stay with you this morning.
You can get it all for nothing. Don't make a